for some people they're sad, for some people they're not sad, right? And
Mhm.
so and I say that with all honesty because some people may look at an accident, whatever kind of accident. Let's say somebody falls off the tree, right? Falls out of a tree, climbing up a tree, trying to string up lights, right? That might be good for the person because let's say they break their leg, but their company pays for everything and then they get a settlement. So, and
Yeah.
then for other
Well, I mean,
people, it
yeah,
might be like, oh, that was sad because they were supposed to fly out to wherever. So I just look at, there's always a duality to everything.
true. But I think it's how
Always
you
a duality.
internalize it. It's how people internalize
Mhm.
situations, like that
Yeah,
scenario. I got hit by a car. I didn't think it was fun. It changed my life,
right.
and sometime, settlement or no settlement, I'm still in pain and suffering. So, you know what I mean? So
Mhm.
it
I
it
get
and
it.
and when I say, the sadness and what's going on, I'm talking about universal in the world. And when I
Yeah.
see people, the children that are in those other countries that are being blown to pieces. And see, because I pray, so I carry it as a burden in terms of
Mhm.
interceding, praying for the
Right.
nation, praying. So that's what I meant by, what's happening. Even with what I did on my channel Monday, talking about the holiday blues, right?
Because it's real.
Trying to give tips to people how to navigate through it so
Right.
that you don't sink into it.
Yeah,
You
you're
you
giving them the duality. You're
Yeah,
giving them, this is what the situation is. It feels
yeah,
blue to you, but here's the other side of it. So I appreciate
yes.
that. Yeah,
And
like you're saying.
I get what you're saying, though. It all depends on how you internalize it and see it, and the experience, how the experience hits you, and so many people just can't navigate through a lot of things. And so that's
Right.
why I try to give whatever jewels I can. And like we do on the channel here, even while you're cooking, you're giving jewels, you're giving jewels so people can learn how to eat better, feel better, even in their eating, and sharing that sometimes you get these feelings when you eat things that causes problems, right? And
Yeah.
so you try to teach even in that. Everything that we do on your channel, on this channel, is for someone to walk away with the jewels and leave the junk, even though we don't give junk. I used to tell my kids, I tell
Right.
my kids all the time that listen, I'm human. Take the jewels, leave the junk, right? Because we all
That's
have stuff.
exactly, yep, and that's exactly what we are doing tonight. We are doing both, right? Because
Yes,
like you're saying, with this time of year, they've told us this is Thanksgiving, y'all be grateful. And I'm like, what y'all gotta wait till Thanksgiving to show gratitude for, to be thankful for?
true,
There's 364 other days,
true.
so do not wait for this week. So tonight, y'all, we are making some candy bars because y'all know y'all eat candy bars all day long, all week long, all
Ooh,
month long,
candy
all year.
bars.
These are candy bars that are made with whole food. So I have
Wait,
a
stop
couple
for
of,
1 second. Did you bring your drum? You promised to bring your drum
I did, okay. I
next
did. Oh my
time.
goodness. Oh
Ne
my goodness.
December.
Okay.
I want you to bring your bag of tricks, and I want you to do your thing on your drums and everything.
Got it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you for reminding me of that
Yeah.
because and Bougie Prepper, hey there, how you doing? You know what? I have so many things all the time and then I forget unless I make notes. So this is why I make notes. Hello Rosa Griffin. So good to have you all here. I hope y'all like candy bars because I want to show you the ingredients, okay? Believe it or not, yes, dates are a huge part of this. So these candy bars are going to sort of taste like Snickers. Hey, Pan. They're going to taste like Snickers, okay? The dates are the sugar. So for those of you who feel like I should not eat sugar, dates are a natural sugar. They grew off the tree like this, right? They have a natural sweetness. And people look at dates and they're like, what in the world? So all you have to do is get your dates. We're also going, oh, these are going to be sort of like a Snickers or a peanut butter cup
Ooh, that
because
sounds good.
yeah, right. I'm using sun butter instead of peanut butter, but you can use peanut butter, you can use almond butter, so that way but it gives you that candy bar flavor. And of course, these nut butters are already sweetened. Thanks so much, Ane. I appreciate you for all your support. You can do a favor, girl, but we can't say it out loud because then everybody gonna know and they're gonna start telling people. Anyhow, so the main ingredients are dates as the sugar, your sun butter, and then you just cover it with the chocolate. And we're going to create a chocolate with simply cacao powder. We're going to create a chocolate sauce. I used to work in a
Mm.
bakery. It was a cafe bakery type of thing, and we would make our own ganache. And ganache is simply chocolate chips and cream, heavy cream. I'm just going to use a little bit of almond milk and the cacao powder. And so that way, with those two things, it just creates an instant chocolate sauce. So if you've never made your own chocolate sauce, y'all, tonight we're doing it. It's super easy, it's very quick, and yeah, that we're gonna just do it
That
like
sounds
that.
good.
Yes,
That's
because I'm really grateful for because we're talking about gratitude. We're talking about what else are we grateful for? How can we be grateful? And you all can even let us know in the chat, what are you grateful for? You know what I mean? Because a lot of us, we say, oh, this time of year, I don't want to gain pounds. I don't want to this. I don't want to that. But this is where we kind of started the conversation with,
mm-hmm,
instead of always saying, I don't want to, what do you
mm-hmm,
want to do? Because,
exactly.
a lot of people, they don't even know. They're like, oh. And once you ask them, what do you want to do? They go back to, well, I know I don't want to. I don't. So what we're going to talk about is, y'all know you want to eat dessert. Y'all know y'all want a sugary snack. Okay, just be honest with yourselves, y'all. It's okay. So that's what we're doing tonight.
And it's okay because you're going to break down even how we say, because you know me, I'm so conscious about my sugar intake, right?
Right,
And
right.
I know that when I take sugar out, I lose weight rapidly when I pull sugar
Hmm.
out of my diet, and on
Yeah.
carbs, right? Not,
Mhm.
I kind of see it like it goes down quickly, and I feel better. And so what you're doing tonight, it's sweet, but calorie intake, I guess you'll share all of that with us with the ingredients that you're doing this great candy bar.
Yes. And I say candy bar, but it's sort of like it reminds you of a candy bar because I have some nuts. In these brown paper bags are nuts. I haven't put them in the jars yet because I just got them in bulk. We have an organic organic health depot, I think
Mhm.
is the name of it. But it's basically a place where you can get bulk items. So that's where I get like my bulk quinoa, my bulk beans like chickpeas,
Mhm.
my red lentils, I get those in bulk. I get my bulk macadamia nuts.
Mhm.
That's what I have tonight. Bulk walnuts. That's what I have tonight. Bulk pecans. I have those tonight.
Yeah.
Another thing I have though is my bulk not sunflower. Yeah, pumpkin seeds, because some people are allergic to nuts. And a lot of people, oh, that's so sweet. A lot of people wonder what can they do if they're allergic to nuts? And pumpkin seeds are a great alternative. So I have some pumpkin seeds right here in this cup. And so that way,
Yes.
pepitas or whatever you want.
I love pumpkin seeds. That's good. You're grateful. I see your grateful comment. And then, yeah, that's perfect.
She's grateful for her relationship with God, her family. Oh, both of
Oh.
you. And Asian pears. Do you like Asian pears, by the way? Sheila, do you like Asian
Yes.
pears?
Yes.
Mhm.
Do you?
I do. I like most things, so you can't really
Yeah.
go by me because I'm greedy. I like everything. But I do like Asian pears. Yes.
Mhm. And
So
another comment before you start, another
sure.
comment, she's saying, after I learned the truth about the holidays, they really don't bother me.
You
Yeah.
know, let's talk about that just for a minute while I pick the dates because I like to
Okay.
talk and work at the same time. So I
Mhm.
want to show you what these dates look like once you have soaked them in water. So I just soaked them in hot water. The appearance is, they're ugly. They're ugly to start with. So I'm going to show you unhydrated and hydrated. But this way, you can actually take the pit out. The pit is the seed. So what happens is you just break it open and there's a seed right there in the middle, that
Oh,
little hard
mhm,
part.
mhm,
You don't want to put that into your blender because or into any food processor because it's going to break the blade. It's
mhm.
a
It's
like a
very
stone.
strong. Mhm.
It is. It is a hard seed in there. I didn't realize that dates grew on palm trees, but like a date palm is the type of tree that it grows on. So who
Mhm.
knew, right?
Oh, who do?
Look,
And you know
I'm
how I
here.
feel about palm trees. I love palm trees because they can withstand so much pressure, rain, hurricanes, and
Mhm.
they bend, but they snap back. And that, for me, that's how I feel we should be. like a palm tree, or no matter what hits us, no matter how we bend, we snap back, just snap back into that rightful place.
Exactly. And you know what? That is the way I feel about the holidays. Like Bougie Prepper said, once I found out the real meaning behind the holidays, like, some of them are made up, some of them are skewed. Hey there, Tori's brain. I saw you earlier. Look, you in the bushes. I was watching you in the bushes too. Because once we get on Tori's brain and we start answering the doggone
Uh-huh.
puzzles and we start winning or losing, it's so addictive. You can't do anything else. And I was prepping for tonight. So it's so wonderful to have you and DJ Is tonight. Thank you both. So once I pick these dates, I'm going to just chop up some nuts in my food processor.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll make the chocolate sauce. And I have a mold. And I'm just going to press it into this mold, right? These are going to
Oh,
be like some little
okay.
wiggly candy bars, okay?
Yeah.
But the truth about the holidays, I will say this. When I found out that like Thanksgiving was just created by President Roosevelt, and it was one of those things like it was created for the Macy's parade, basically as advertisement leading up to Christmas. They wanted to extend the holiday, it would bring in more revenue. I was like, okay, so why bother waiting again until I'm just making sure all my pits are out. That's where
Okay.
I said, why bother waiting until Thanksgiving? What are we grateful for all
Right.
year long?
All year
Y'all,
long.
is as you all come in, please let us know what you're grateful for because we're here tonight talking about how to be grateful
All
um,
year long.
all year long. Because as Sheila stated in the beginning, there's so much sadness everywhere, and of course, it's all perceived. It's all how we perceive it. Who does it affect? How are we internalizing it? Because someone else's sadness might not be yours, but the fact of the matter is, there are challenges out here, and then there are opportunities, there are wins, there
Mm-hmm.
are gains, but there's always another side. So the duality of it is there's sadness and there's hope and there's joy,
Yes,
you know.
absolutely. Yes.
So what are
Keep
you all go ahead, go
Yeah.
ahead.
No, I
Yeah,
was gonna say keep hope alive. And what are you guys, actually grateful for?
absolutely,
You know?
absolutely. So let us know. And some people like nuts, some people don't. I will say, I
What's your
don't know,
favorite? What's your favorite?
you know what? I only got
Never
three.
mind. I forgot. You said don't ask you questions like that because you eat
No, I
everything.
do. I do kind of have an answer though, because
Okay.
I always say this. I only got like three good teeth left. So hard nuts, like Brazil nuts, I don't eat
Oh,
very much because they're too hard for me,
they
right?
are
So
hard.
so these are the ones that I will put into my food processor. And this food processor is one that you can lift up and move around because it comes with a kit that I have in my Amazon store. I love it. It's like, you have the one mixer, and this can go with the immersion blender or your food processor,
Mm-hmm.
also with a small chopper. So it's
Mm-hmm.
very flexible. And this Brazil nuts, though, they're high in magnesium and copper, and they say you only need one a day to give you the amount of
Really?
magnesium that you need. So this is why it's called Superfood Parents, my channel, because if it grows out of the ground, you can believe it's a superfood. It does way more than just one thing. So yes.
Yes. Wow. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
it is. And meanwhile, nuts are high in protein and they're high in fat. And not just protein and fat, but we also have to say they're high in good protein and good fat.
Mm-hmm.
So, that being said, you really want to make sure that you get your good fat in these holidays. Don't
Yes.
when I was cooking, remember I told you I worked in a bakery. That's how I learned to make this ganache that I'm going to show you tonight.
Yes.
We used to just use chocolate chips and heavy cream to make the
Okay.
ganache. I didn't know anything about cacao powder, which has more antioxidants than blueberries.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
I know
and
you use that a lot. Yes.
absolutely. I put this in milk, and hey there, Nikki, the everyday life of an OCD chick is here too. Nikki, we're making a dessert that you can give your husband, so that way, if you want something and he acting funny, girl, give him these candy bars. You're gonna get it, okay? These are the Nikki candy bars because I always say, "Hey, there's Nikki, Nikki, stick it in a Snicker." And so she is beautiful
Oh,
inside and
everybody's
out.
great. All right.
Can you put Bouger Prepper's grateful comment
I,
up there?
I,
Because
I just hit it. I just hit it.
my mom used to always talk to us about common sense. You don't have common sense. That's what she used to say all the time.
Mhm.
And we didn't like it.
Some people
it
don't have common sense. I mean, I never knew that until I saw people that didn't have common sense, right? I know. It's
but
like
you
they can
do.
be so brilliant and smart, and just that one little thing they don't have. You know, I when my daughter was younger, brilliant, the youngest one. I mean,
Mhm.
brilliant to this day. And when she was younger, she used to do things, and we always stop and just turn around and look at her like, "You do, you didn't get that, or you don't have common sense." It was so funny.
You know
Wait,
what?
I
I
love this comment. Common sense is not common.
it is not. And you know what? My oldest daughter is like that. We would be looking around sometimes like, girl, what are you doing? But then, here's the beauty, y'all. And here's what I love about gratitude. Because y'all let us know what you're grateful for. Because I've just put in some pecans, some walnuts, and some macadamia nuts into here to just chop up for this easy candy bar we're making. Okay.
Hi,
So,
Landon.
hey,
Mhm.
hey, Landon, so good to have you.
So go ahead,
And
Laquita.
yeah, and so my oldest daughter, this is where talk about common sense. Everybody
Uh,
has their gifts. So this is what I'm grateful for. My middle daughter, she's been accepted into a program. It's like Governor School for the Arts. So I call it FAME for people that don't know what it is, because New York already had these programs, and then the other states finally came up with them. So when we were
right.
watching FAME back in the day, we were all like, "Wow,"
Oh,
but
yeah.
we didn't have that yet. So
Right.
as they started introducing the Governor School for the Arts, they just started that in the 70s. And even then, it was only for prodigies. And then there were just a few students who were accepted. So my middle daughter is in FAME, I call it, but the Governor School for music. So she plays all three of them. They play violin, piano, and harp.
Mhm.
However, even though the middle daughter has been accepted into that program, my oldest daughter, her piano playing, oh my goodness, it's so amazing. And we were recently gifted a piano.
Yes, you
And
were.
so she will play theme songs on the piano, like the Backyardigans or the Charlie Brown theme song. So she plays with two hands by ear, and it's beautiful. It's just amazing. But she's also the one that sometimes we looking at her like, did she just fall off the stupid truck? 'Cause I say that to all of them, just so y'all know, it's not just me being bad to her. And then I also tell them when they try to tell me tall tales, I'm like, do I look like I just, or I'll say I didn't fall off the stupid truck.
Uh,
And then they try to get smart. No, you slipped. But anyway, like I slipped off. But everybody has their gifts. So I
That's
will say
true.
one thing I'm grateful for is all three of my children just being beautiful, independently talented, and just gifted and being sweet. Being sweet. They're really good
That's
girls.
awesome. Yep. You can find gratitude and, like you said, simple things. Sometimes people search for saying like, I don't know, because they're looking for this big thing to say. But no,
Exactly.
it's the smallest things. It's the
Mhm.
I woke up, because many people went to sleep, went last night and said, I'll talk to you in the morning, and they didn't wake up. So we recognize the gratitude of life, the gratitude that when I went to sleep, I was blessed to wake. Just different things. Sometimes people just get it too deep, thinking they have to search for something major to compare with someone else's gratitude, and you don't. What is like personally gratifying to you? What does it mean to you? And I think I'm grateful, and I have gratitude right now that this year my daughter, my youngest daughter, usually I'm in California for the last 8 years during the holidays. Or,
Mm.
for the last
Right.
8 years for my birthday, I've been in California. But because I'm having this big, huge birthday party,
You're here.
everyone had to come here. Yes. So I'm grateful and have gratitude that she was able financially, because it's costing her around 7,000 to come
Wow.
here and stay.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot.
People
Like,
don't realize the sacrifice.
so I'm
Yeah.
grateful that she was able, and she's in a position to where she could come, and I have a birthday party and she not be there. So there's
Mhm.
different things. So all my girls, you have 3 girls, I have 3 girls. We'll
Yep.
all be together, grandchildren, and it's just huge. It's like 160 guest list. So it's going to be a major party. So I'm getting a little antsy and nervous, but I'm grateful that I'm getting ready to have a milestone birthday, right?
Congratulations. And when you say milestone, it's just beautiful. You should be grateful to be able to turn 25 again. Let me tell you. Child,
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm going to show you really quickly. Thank you so much for stopping in, DJ. I'm going to show you really quickly what I do with these nuts. You saw me
Okay.
grind them up, right?
Yes.
So I just put them in there. Now in here, these are just pumpkin seeds that I've already ground up. So
Okay.
I'm just going to add this nut blend here. So that way, because my family is not allergic to nuts, I can combine all of our nuts. And with this particular mixer, when you tilt it upside down, the blade tends to come out. So that's when you can catch the blade. Oops, I'm throwing nuts all over everywhere. But you can catch the blade. You can use it as a scooper if you want. I usually just use my hand because your hands really, you have them for a reason. I'm grateful for my hands because they're the best scooper. So I will say that's another thing I'm grateful for.
Yes.
Because I played flute with these hands, I played drums with these hands, piano with these hands. I've smacked some booties with these hands. So, these hands that served me well. And not everybody has them. Our neighbor, he was in a house fire. This was when we were children. They moved around the corner from us, and he had been in a house fire, and his hands, he only had, they most of his fingers were burned down. They were like metal.
Wow.
And this is where technology is just wonderful, because now that we have all these touch screens, it enables everyone. People with arthritis, they might say, "Oh, I don't have the same use of my joints," but they still have a touch screen where now they can just,
Yes.
they can slide and they don't need their whole hand. Um, People like him. So, did you
Yeah.
see that? Go ahead, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead and
No, I'm
respond.
listening to you because that's what we're talking about, the gratitude when you look at someone and this thing where someone else is worse off than you, when you
Yes,
think about certain things, not to minimize what we go through, but also to recognize that it could be worse.
yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So I was looking for a trash bag because I usually have my brown paper bag as
Hmm.
my what do you call it? My trash, compost bag. So that way I can put these seeds in there. But for right now, I'm not going to worry about that. The way
Okay.
I'm going to show you these candy bars so that I can refrigerate them, and then we can talk more, just about gratitude and finish this up, because tonight is not a long stream. It never
Nope.
is.
Right.
I try to do an hour or less.
Right. That's what we do.
Yeah, get it or quit it. I'm just mixing all the nuts, the pumpkin seeds, the walnuts. Now you can use whatever nuts you want, because of course I have pumpkin seeds, walnuts, pecans, and Brazil nuts. And
Ooh,
remember,
that's loaded. That's so loaded. I like pumpkin seeds a lot, and I like walnuts. I like, but I love pecans. I love
mhm,
them, especially when they're fresh and so yeah, I
yeah,
love nuts like that. But the Brazilian nuts, like you said, they so hard. Like you got to be careful you don't crack a tooth.
girl, yeah. And when you only got a few left, so all of these are my pitted dates, because remember,
Mm-hmm.
y'all, this is a whole food candy bar, but nobody want to hear the whole food candy bar. That just sound nasty, right? Nikki is a fan of peanuts and pecans too. And
Yes.
for people that have these allergies, this is where you can use sunflower seeds. That's why I'm using sun butter tonight to bring this together, to make it sort of like a peanut butter cup. You can
Yes.
also use the pumpkin seeds, because a lot of times the seeds are not as, they're hypoallergenic. Let me just say that people are usually not allergic to seeds for the people that are allergic to tree nuts.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
coconut is not a nut, y'all. So don't worry. Most people are not allergic to coconut, but you do have to check. So we got our dates. I'm going to throw those in here with the nut, so that way they can mix up together in this food processor. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm also going to add the nut butter, because remember, I like to do things all in one pot. When I tell you I'm grateful for this food processor,
And why don't you
because
tell us why you're using the food processor? Tell people where they can get that food processor in your Amazon store.
They can definitely Google superfood parents Amazon, and it'll come up on Amazon. If our Amazon page will come up, I can share the page with you if you want to show people that page.
We can in
But
a little while.
yeah, but it's definitely there if they just Google superfood parents and Amazon. Here's a fun thing I like to show people. When you buy natural foods, natural nut butters, excuse me, that have this oil at the top, a lot of people don't get it simply because that oil, they don't know how to mix it.
Got to mix it.
Well, you know what though? It's easier if you just stab it from the top to the bottom instead of trying to stir it with a butter
Okay.
knife, not a fork, not a spoon, but something flat like a butter knife or like my famous Cutco knife.
Yep.
Y'all know I only got this one knife in my whole house.
Yes.
I got it in the Amazon store. But this way, if you open up a new nut butter, natural peanut butter tends to settle. Sun butter is another one, and then as you stab it up and down, you'll thin out that thickness, and then you can stir it. But like you're saying to me and you, if we're used to it, you would be like, just mix it. But
Some people aren't, like they're looking like, oh, something's wrong with this. Like they don't realize that's the organic part of it.
right,
It's
right.
not,
It's like that common sense part for us. That's
yeah,
common sense because we're so used to using the nut butters. So
yeah.
I'm going to I put in about a cup of nuts. I put in about a cup of dates. We're gonna do this like a pound cake. And you know where it's like 1 to 1 to 1, it's a 1 to 1 ratio, and
Okay.
about a cup of the nut butter. Okay, for easy measurements. And I say that because this is a super easy dessert. Now, my dates are already sugar. My nut butter is already sweetened because some butter, it does have some sugar in it, y'all. You can use something without sugar if you like. For those of you that prefer less sugar, go your way, you know. But hey, Queen Lenore, I'm laughing at Love and Lip Show is saying hello, but I'm laughing at Nikki's comment talking about again common sense mixing. Common sense ain't that common. You know what? I really am grateful for common sense because when my mom would say that all the time, you ain't got common sense, it would make us
Mhm.
think, well, wait a minute.
I
What,
know, right?
what is common? So then you would start to think more critically. You would start to pay more attention,
That's
which
true.
made common sense more common to you because then you notice the details and the nuances of things. And that's
Uh-huh.
what made it common sense, right? So I'm just going to use this food processor again to blend these. And you know, the nut butter is kind of thick and sticky, and
Right.
so are the dates. But this is a high powered situation, and I'm going to mute because luckily it does not it does not it mixes well. Let me say that. It doesn't give you a problem when you use the mixer. You
Mhm.
could chop all of this up with the knife and be licking your fingers and no. Just use a machine if you have one, y'all. If not, you could chop up the dates separately and then
Right.
mix everything in a bowl with a spoon. I'll say that. You know,
Right.
that's one way to do it. So I'm going to mute, but I would like to hear, I mean, I don't know. Let me say this. Can you give away any secrets to this birthday party? Like any highlights that you are looking forward to that you're grateful for? Because you know, this is the gratitude
Oh,
show.
okay. Well, highlights for my party. One of the things that I'm excited about is that I'm going to show a video of the decades of my music career, and segue into my community giving and working when I had my nonprofit organization, and it'll segue into me traveling the world, singing and doing things, and then it'll end up when it'll segue into when I became a believer and how my music career changed, and I began to be a gospel artist. Ooh,
You see how it's like all one ball? Like it really
yes.
has combined. So this means now I don't know if everybody here knows what an amazing singer you are. Because Lexia's Journey might just be thinking, you know, she just got here from Jamaica a few years ago, right? No matter how many properties and how much of a millionaire she is, no matter how many plants Nikki, the everyday life of an OCD chick has started, I mean has grown, no matter how many fires Bougie Prepper has started. They don't know that you are a vocalist, you are a singer that we can go to Spotify and Google Sheila Ingram and we can listen. We can go to YouTube and Google Sheila Ingram and we can listen. So let us know if you will be singing at your party. Like, is that part of it? Are you going to be singing live at all? Are you going to
uh
do any, you know, because
I decided not to sing at my party.
mhm,
I decided to just enjoy the night and the guests. And I'll have a couple of other things going on in the room. A couple of invited singers are stopping by. Some of the people from my career, from when I did R&B music, will be in the house. Melissa Morgan, Melissa Morgan, Fool's Paradise. She's a friend of mine.
Mm.
She'll be there. Allison Wilson, Just Call My Name. She'll
Wait. So let me ask you this. Okay, y'all hear this, right? So we got to crash the party, y'all. So Sheila, just wondering, as I put this ball of common sense into my molds,
Uh-huh.
because this
Yes,
is delicious, y'all.
it looked like it's good.
This is really good already, and
Ooh.
it's just nuts, nut butter, and the dates to sweeten it. So okay, with all those celebrities there, can we know the location? Can you just type it in so that way we can just read it, or send it into private, so that way for those of us that want to meet the celebrities, and or is that not appropriate since we're on the World Wide Web?
Yeah, we can't do that, Laquita.
I tried, y'all. I'm grateful for all of this, and I'm trying to get y'all in on the gratitude too. Well, let's do
Oh
this.
my goodness.
Let's do this. I want to put a little bit of
That looks
chocolate.
so good. Are you gonna freeze that?
All you have to do is press it into here and put it in the fridge.
In the fridge.
Or I could put it in the freezer. You're right, just to make it quick. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to make the quick chocolate sauce, which I will use a little bit more sugar for that, because I did not mix up any more dates. I blended them all in here. So I will use a little sugar to sweeten that. But look, I tried my best to.
She did. She tried it, didn't she?
You got to shoot your shot. Go for it.
Put it on blast, like nationwide, like.
So wait, can we at least get a sample? Because Sheila, your vocals are just wonderful.
Laquita, I am not singing tonight.
Oh, you know me. You know me on David Hunt in the morning. I'm always begging people to sing. So I'm gonna try.
That's another show.
Let me tell you, I am grateful for
you too.
I am grateful for my background vocals, because you want me in the way back. You don't want me on the scene.
We don't want you in the lead. Just put you in the background.
Girl, I'm the 90s choir support. So I'm gonna take this cacao powder.
Oh, that's where that comes in. Okay.
This is the chocolate. Because this is chocolate. Unicorn Lady Tech knows something about this.
Hey, Unicorn Lady Tech in the house. Thanks for being here.
So happy to have y'all here. Now, these candy bars, all you need. Now, remember, y'all, this cacao powder has more antioxidants than blueberries. And this is what's going to create your chocolate sauce. So when you are making your chocolate frosting for any of your cakes, when you are making your chocolate milk, when you're making your chocolate anything, I'm trying to think what else, because you don't even have to do anything with it. You can literally put this into a cup with some milk and sugar, and make sure that you dissolve it first, because it is a powder. And I usually will take a tablespoon or so. It tells you like the serving size is a tablespoon into my coffee cup. And this is the type of coffee cup I use, this little 12 ounce. I will put a tablespoon in there, a tablespoon and a half. So right now I'm going to put a couple of tablespoons in my pan. I don't have my food camera on right now. I'm just going to put a couple of tablespoons in there, and I'll show it to you. I'll show you the pan.
Okay.
And then you want to dissolve it. If you have a little bit of warm liquid, so if you have a little bit of warm milk first, if you don't, you just have to stir it a little longer. So like for me, I'm going to put in, and if y'all can please help us out with gratitude, I'm going to add a little bit of almond milk. And while I'm stirring this, anybody,
tell us why you're grateful. Show us your gratitude in the comments. And go ahead.
Yes, show us give us your gratitude in the comments, because y'all, I'm grateful for this chocolate sauce recipe, because when I used to work at the bakery, I just put in about a 4th cup of milk just now, just to be able to dissolve this. So I'm really grateful for that experience, because hey, Business Talk with Kay. I'm Nigerian now, y'all. Y'all know Business Talk with Kay is Nigerian.
Yes, 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 yes. Thank you for coming out. Thank you.
So if you all have ever used, if you all have never used cacao powder, put in Google this health benefits of cacao. Okay, Google health benefits of cacao. That is how I find out some. And I'm putting in a fourth cup of sugar, by the way, to this chocolate sauce. So that is how I find out. The results will come back from different medical places like Healthline, the NIH, National Institute of Health, another eighth of a cup of milk just to dissolve this cacao powder and to dissolve the sugar. And then I'll turn the heat on just to warm it a little bit. Matter of fact, that's going to help it dissolve. So let me do that now.
So Business Talk with Kay says, I am grateful to be alive. And I say amen to that.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
And then we got another grateful. Unicorn Lady Tech says, thankful for the new job. Bravo.
Woo!
Woohoo.
Can you
Yes.
tell us anything about your job? Like, is it the
Yes.
job that you want? Like, you don't have to tell us what you're doing. For example, I'm going to work after this, but I ain't gonna tell y'all what I'm doing because y'all know I'm a nurse, right? And y'all know I only do private duty, so I only have one person because I don't have time to be working too hard and dividing my attention when one person can have it all. But I can't tell y'all what I'm gonna be doing at work because I'm that nurse that just go to work and do what I want to do. So let's just, as I mix this, y'all see how it's coming together. But let us know if, like, is this the job that you wanted? Because I will tell you, Unicorn Lady Tech, you're grateful for your new job. And I will say that as a nurse, I'm so grateful for the flexibility that it gives me.
Oh,
Like
that's good.
if I want to work with one person, I can. If I want to work on the floor, like I used to scrub in the OR, scalpel, Bovie, handing all the clamps and all the
Yes.
instruments, that was me. I've worked in doctor's offices, right? And so,
Yeah, that's
ooh,
good to be grateful for that, Laquita. Absolutely. And the
yeah.
everyday life of an look what she says. I'm grateful to be in a good mental space. Hallelujah. Yes. The
Mm,
holiday can be a rough time for me as well. Yes. Yes.
yeah, that's good. And that's what Sheila was talking about at the beginning of this. We started off with her saying, because Sheila prays for people, that she was saying, looking at all the sadness. So this is so thick, I'm going to add a little bit more
Hmm.
of the almond milk. You
Hmm.
just add a little bit at a time. And so just like she's saying, the holidays can be rough. That's why we are here to talk
Yeah.
about the upsides of it. Because look, if the holidays are rough, child, make these candy bars. These will bring you up. You see what I'm saying? Like now you have a way to cope with the holidays and feel good because you
Yes.
can say cacao powder. It has so many health benefits. I had to eat 3 of those. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And not feel bad about it. Not feel bad at all. Same
Okay, we
thing with.
have another thing here. It
Go
says,
ahead. What did Unicorn
yes,
Lady
why
Tech
I
say?
receive certifications. Yes, she
She's an IT
receives.
specialist. Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
awesome. And we have another one. Love and Live says that I'm grateful for
Oh,
my beautiful family. Yes.
yeah, I love them because I lurk on their channel all the time as well. Like I said, same thing like with Tori's brain. If you comment, then you get sucked in and you can't stop. So a lot of times I'm watching and working. I'm doing some other things that I'm working on. And speaking of which, I got some fun things
Yeah, she
coming
did put
out.
a IT specialist. I didn't put that. I missed that comment. Okay. All right, unicorn lady. See it. IT specialist. Awesome.
Hmm.
Awesome.
This is nice. I like my chocolate a little sweeter. This would no, you know what I think is good because this would be like bitter, sweet, like a chocolate chip. That's the flavor that it is right now. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
not going to add, yes, I am. I'm gonna add a little bit more because it's for my kids. I want them to
Mm-hmm.
eat it. Even though I think they'll eat it just because I just put a sprinkle. I'm gonna stop it because I know that they'll eat it simply because it has the chocolate sauce,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So I know that cacao powder, now keep in mind the cacao, that's from the cocoa bean. So they just
Mm-hmm.
take the cocoa bean and what do they do with it? They process it minimally and they get the powder. And that's how we get this cacao powder. That's how we get so many health benefits from that particular food. What is she saying that everyday life of
She
those who
said
do?
it's coming together nicely, Laquita. I would
Oh,
throw some nuts into that chocolate mixture, then freeze it. Okay.
Well, because there are so many nuts in the actual mixture and in like into this mold, I'm just putting a little bit of chocolate on the bottom, and then I'm going to put a little bit on the top as well. But remember, we put a lot of nuts. I
You
don't know if y'all
did.
remember
You
how
did.
many I blended, but this right here, I used about a cup of walnuts, pecans, sunflower,
Pumpkin
excuse me,
seeds.
pumpkin seeds, and
Uh,
macadamia nuts.
yes, and the hard one.
The macadamia nuts are the hard
Okay.
ones.
Okay. Yes.
I'm going to turn this fire off because this is now dissolved. And and but I know what she's saying. Like, oh, that's really all you need for the candy bar is nuts and
And
chocolate.
chocolate.
Look, it just makes you feel like you're eating a Snickers or something, just like that.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all see, this does not have to be pretty. I'm using a silicone mold because that's what I have. Like, you can use a firm mold, you can use a soft mold, but they have the food grade silicone molds now. And a lot of people use these for convenience because you can fold them, you can roll them so they can now fit into a drawer instead of you having to use your oven to keep all the dishes.
Mm-hmm.
You can
Exactly.
and so you can literally roll them down, and once you roll them down you can
Wow.
put them
Yeah.
and put them into another bag, put them
Love
into
and Live show says I got some coca beans from
a,
Grenada.
so
Yes.
she got cacao beans
Grenada.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. So you got that, and you know what, when you get them, they're like if you get the actual bean, it's like a candy. So I've seen people where they kind of eat it like you would sugar cane. You just kind of chew on it and get the sweetness out, because I
Mm-hmm.
know she says that she didn't know what to do. I
Yes,
didn't
she
add.
did. You added it. She did add the nuts.
Well, remember, this mixture here in the food processor is a cup of nuts, a cup of nut butter. I use sun butter. And then it's also a cup of dates for the sweetness. So this is the nougat filling, the candy bar filling. I'm just scooping it out of this container so that it's in a little bowl so that I have space on this table to show you how I'm filling everything.
Okay. She says I don't know what to do with it.
Yep. That's where, like I said, people, I've seen them just kind of eat it like like sugar cane. They kind of just chew on it
Just
like
chew on
sugar
it.
cane. hmm So now
But
I'm just
look
going to
at
take,
that. Let me see.
um, actually, I don't, let me move it over
Oh,
here
okay. There we go.
because
That's
y'all
a
know I'm
better shot.
left-handed.
That's a better
Yeah,
shot. Uh-huh.
it is. So
Nice.
now I have everything in the bowl right here. This is the cup of nuts. It's
Mhm.
the cup of sun butter, and it's the cup of nuts, sun butter, and dates. Okay,
Right.
those three things. Now, here's another way I've seen people do this recipe. They literally will take a date, take the pit out, and then they will just slather some sun butter into the middle and drizzle chocolate over top. That's it.
Oh,
So there's no, but literally this is like the easiest thing, and it does taste like a peanut butter cup or something. Lord, I done moved the thing over.
uh, oh,
Okay,
I
here we
see. We
go.
see. Yes, it looks like a real candy bar coming
It
along there.
does. And
Look
then,
at that.
this is where, I'm grateful for being left-handed because it has made me an ambidextrous person. Let me say that. Because, I'm left-handed, but living in this world of right-handed life, you got to do what the right-handed people do. And so I can write with my right and left hand fairly well. I can do most things. You got to use the scissors starting in kindergarten. They don't give you no breaks as a left-handed person.
I know. Isn't that something? Yes.
Right. But you know what? It's just one of those things too where I'm also grateful for just the diversity because I see where a lot of nowadays there are a lot of advances, and it's helping us all to in some ways be more independent and diverse, and in other ways to be more homogenous. So
Mhm.
that instead of people looking at, I could make my own coffee at home and put cacao powder in it. We're
Right.
like, and that's your mocha. That would be your mocha latte or your mocha coffee. But
Correct.
instead, this society is telling us everybody go to this coffee shop with that mermaid lady on it and buy that $12 coffee that they mess up every time Quita
Mm,
goes.
You never know how it's going to come out depending on who makes it, right? I mean, I'm not a coffee person, although I'm waiting for a particular person to
Oh my
send me
goodness.
some coffee that I would
Yes.
try and just drink her coffee. But
I gotta get myself together, Sheila. You're right. I am so sorry.
look what
Thank
Everyday
you.
Life says, better than a Snicker.
This is better than a Snicker. Let me tell you, because
She said,
all
my son is left-handed. My brother's left-handed. Yeah, I've watched him grow up with struggling. Yep.
well, Nikki, do you have oh, your son is left-handed. See, and you doing like the rest of us, doing wrong, doing them kids all kind of wrong. But you know what? It builds character. So you a good mother. Remember, we said be grateful for everything. There's duality in everything we do. So wherever
Yeah.
you're bad, it also makes you good. So
Yeah.
there's something
Wait,
good about it.
Laquita, she said, we don't have any left-handed scissors in this house. I'm a bad mother.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. When she says I'm a bad mother, I'm like, no, actually, you're helping him to build character. So he's
Uh-huh.
fine.
Yep.
And as you see, I'm just slapping some chocolate on the top. I'm running out of this chocolate sauce a little bit, which means
Yeah.
I need to make some more. But that's not an issue because y'all saw how quickly it happened, right? You
Yes.
literally just throw some stuff and you don't need measurements. But if you're brand new and you just need a guideline, those the chocolate sauce, I'm going to give you the measurements that were kind of used, okay? The measurements that were kind of used for the chocolate sauce was half a cup of cacao powder and a tablespoon of sugar
Mhm.
and a fourth cup of almond milk. Now I use non-dairy milks. If you want to use heavy cream, you can. They even have non-dairy heavy cream, but y'all know dairy is scary, and that's what's creating a lot of hormonal issues out here with PCOS, diabetes, autoimmune diseases. Dairy leaches like dairy from animals. It takes the calcium from your bones instead of adding it to your bones the way we thought it was doing.
Mhm.
So that's part of the reason why I don't do dairy stuff. I do non-dairy cheeses, non-dairy butters,
Mhm.
non-dairy everything for those reasons. And there are quite a few other. The dairy heightens your allergies also.
True.
So this is where people were having those cytokine storms, aka severe allergic reactions, and ending up on ventilators and ending up in heaven or somewhere else during the time when things were stressful. We all know
Yeah.
what we're talking about. So, but that's a part of it. And of course, um, for me, dairy is scary because I've just been informing myself on the different things about it. And so, you know how some things you're willing to take a risk on, and then
Right.
other things are just not okay for you. And
Right.
so for me and my hard liquor, that's a risk, but I still be drinking it. You know what I'm saying? And for some people, ice cream. So that's why I,
Right.
this is the reason why I promote fruits and vegetables for us all, because we're all taking our risks in our different ways. And so, yes. So this is done. I'm going to have a sous chef put this in the freezer so that way we can finish up here and they can bring this back in about 7 minutes, 7 or 8
Yeah.
minutes. Okay. I'm going to mute so that I can call a sous chef though.
Call the sous chef. Who you
I
calling?
will.
Coco? Call Coco.
I know. Okay. I will.
Okay, so this has been really great. And while she's doing that, I am going to put this up for 1 second so you guys can do something for me and the channel here. And, just help us to continue to grow. We are pressing our way to 1,000 subscribers. And so we're hoping that you will help us get there, please. Yes, help us to get to that 1,000. We are trucking along to 1,000 subscribers. I'm going to put this up as well. Here we go. Thank you to Inania. Thank you for your generosity. To Russell Huggins. Thank you, Superfood Parents.
Oh,
Thank you so much for helping me as you buy me a coffee and do so many different things for me. And I really appreciate it. So those of you that are out there and would like to buy me a coffee, you can do that. Yes, and
Wonderful.
yes, and this month is being sponsored by Superfood Parents. This month on Bravo with Sheila, wonderful chef Laquita Marie has sponsored this show for the entire month, and so I give her so many thank you, thank you,
Thank
thank you.
you. Thank
Yeah.
you. The kids are probably going to lick this bowl clean. So can you share the screen? Because I wanted to show them the while we're finishing up and while those are hardening, I wanted to show them
Mhm.
my my
Oh,
Amazon page.
wait a minute. How did
So,
I get there?
well, I Googled, I'm going to show you what I Googled. Bravo with Sheila, buy me a coffee. That's all we have to do. If we don't have your link and we Google Bravo with Sheila, buy me a coffee, and then we click Sheila Ingram, it automatically takes us there. This is how we can buy you a coffee, just like that. So it's super simple, right? Because
Yes.
people are like, and this way we can do one coffee. Oh, look, why is 10 already up in there? 1, 3, 5. And of course, you're a counselor,
Yes.
certified counselor, so that way you can help us out there. We can leave our name, we can say something nice, and we can show how we're supporting this. Look at Rosalind Perry Spriggs. See, folks are buying you stuff. All right,
Yes. You snuck that in on me, Laquita. You always sneaking it in, and you are too much, sis.
y'all. Look, I love to show people like how things work. So look at this: Superfood Parents, Amazon, right? Those two words will bring us to the page. So that
Okay.
way we'll get to Amazon and we'll be on
Tell me
the
when to share
Superfood
it.
Parents page. Yes, it's right there.
All
Yep.
right, here we go.
Are you able to see it okay?
Yeah, there you go.
All right. And then what happens is, in order to find this cacao powder and all of those things, well, my knife is here. Let's see. These are like kits. So whenever you open any of these, like whenever you click on something, it'll show you several different products, like
Yes.
the knife I was using, the pan I'm using right now is there. Um, the food processor is here in this kit because that was the
Yes.
item that I wanted to show.
Mm-hmm.
How like all of these pieces are in this one kit, and it's wonderful because once you click on that item, it does show you all the parts and pieces that are in that kit.
Nice.
Yeah, and it really has been a game changer for me. And I chose the Braun brand because when I was newly married, a friend of mine gave me this set as a like an anniversary gift or something, maybe like the first year after I was married.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally kept that thing for about 20 years. It was about 16 years, 18 years. It was a long time that I had
Wow.
it. So Braun, their items really stand the test of time. So
Mhm.
it's really good.
That's
And
great.
yeah, yeah. And so that being said, again, right here on the Amazon page is where I try to curate all of the different lists. So
Mm-hmm.
this way, if people are looking for cough and cold solutions, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of the gardeners here, they grow mullein, but we can get these drops, these mullein drops, they really heal your lungs. When you Google the mullein health benefits, it'll
Mm-hmm.
show you things like pneumonia, bronchitis, TB. This is not just your common cold that it's curing. It
Mm-hmm.
really does help your lungs. And so we have a lot of different solutions that along the way, as I've been studying and learning, I put these things together so that it really makes it easy for other people to access it. And y'all see here my favorite, cacao powder.
Yes, your favorite.
It's
Yes.
so nutritional, it's so beneficial so that whether you get it now, this particular one, I will say this particular one that I have in the kit,
Mm-hmm.
this one is the same price. It's $8 at whether you get it delivered to your door or whether you get it from Walmart. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I try to tell people like it's not expensive to be healthy. It's not expensive to take care of yourself. And look
Mhm.
at what the people are saying in the comments about this cacao, not the cow powder, but the mullein. I don't know if you see what Francesca said. Um, not just that she's blessed and God is good, but her husband loves his mullein tea. You see that comment?
Yes. Hold on one second, because I was with you on the other part. But let's see.
Hmm.
Hold on. Keep talking. I'll find it.
Yeah, no problem. Von Eric, where's your faith? Always good to see you.
Hey,
Thanks for
dear
being
Von
here.
Eric.
And you know, Francesca, these are all curated to be gift ideas. Yes, absolutely. I'm working on getting someone to build me out an Amazon store so that my own products can be featured. But this particular product is just like my influencer page. Yes, that mullein tea, any form of mullein that you can get, it's
Mhm.
nice. It's really beneficial for your health. And so, and like I said, when you Google, you know, y'all know how I do. I like to show you when you Google mullein health benefits, y'all see I've Googled it a couple of times. Um, whooping cough, tuberculosis, bronchitis, hoarseness, pneumonia, earaches, colds, chills, flu, swine flu, fever, allergies,
Mm.
tonsillitis, and sore throat. So this is one of those things that
Yes.
you see what I mean? Look, thank you so much, Francesca. I appreciate it. She's excited to look at these. Yeah, look at the gift ideas, but also, you know, whenever you see any of these things, y'all, these are the three words you want to Google. Whatever you're looking up and health benefits. So if it's chicken, look up chicken health benefits because you want to see you everything that you consume, you want it
Yes.
to work in more than one way for you, right? Now, I don't eat chicken. I've eaten my fair share in my day, but I just don't eat animal products anymore
Mhm.
or of any sort, and that's just my choice because those are some of the risks I'm not taking. But I told y'all, I'm
Right.
still drinking wine and looking at everything else. So that's another risk, you know.
Either
And
way you go, either way you go, you bump into a risk, right?
right. And I know the detriments. I definitely know the detriments, you know. Yes.
Yes.
So yeah, so that's why I say at least educate
That's
yourself though.
powerful though. This mullein is powerful.
Very powerful, you know. So
Mhm.
that's the reason why I try to tell people, y'all, once you find out about something, go for it. And I'm gonna just Google right now, last
Mhm.
one, because I don't
Mhm.
think I did cacao, because y'all know I love it, but I
Mhm.
like to show y'all in real time what it's good for. Now, the nitric oxide is something that relaxes your arteries and your blood vessels. So nitric oxide is a huge thing. And I say nitric oxide because it's not in blue, but it's here highlighted. So the
Mhm.
nitric oxide helps relax your arteries and blood vessels, which helps your blood flow better.
Mhm.
Cacao has also been shown to lower your LDL, your bad cholesterol, and reduce inflammation, both of which may lower your chances of having a heart attack or stroke. So,
Mm.
you know, if you have less bad cholesterol, if you have better blood flow, if you have less inflammation, then you are less likely to have a heart attack or
That's
stroke.
so wow, that is such great information.
Yeah, and that's from WebMD. You know, that's the source from WebMD.
Mhm.
Health.com has an answer for us, but Healthline is one of my favorite places, but they're talking about cocoa powder, not cacao. But
Ah.
when you click into it, you know, all of their articles are usually written by registered dietitians. Like this lady is an RDN, that's what registered dietitian, and often physicians as well will write these. And so no matter what, it's rich in polyphenols that provide health benefits. The nice way to use Healthline is to just go straight to the summary. Whatever they tell you, number one, rich in polyphenol. If you don't understand that, go to the summary. They break it down
Mhm.
into simple language. Cocoa is rich in polyphenols, which have significant health benefits, including reduced inflammation and improved cholesterol levels. However, now see, this is where they warn you.
Mhm.
Processing cocoa into chocolate or other products can substantially decrease the polyphenol content. So
Mm.
that's when you get it in the store and it's processed and it's ultra processed, not just when we're at home mixing it ourselves in these ways. That's why you just want to get your powder and just
Right.
try to, you know, work it the way
Right.
you can.
Right.
'Cause you
May reduce high blood pressure by improving nitric oxide levels. Wow. It's
Mhm,
these are things that's like right here for us, but when you don't know until you know, right? And that's why we're so
exactly.
grateful that we have our own personal chef Laquita that graces us every month on this channel to bring you
Thank
up
you.
higher in your knowledge and to let you walk away so many health tips for you and your family. That's why she's called Superfoods Parents.
Oh,
Superfood
thank you.
Parents. So yeah, we're just grateful that you grace us every month. And those of you that don't know, she is on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays
Mhm.
on YouTube in the YouTube streets at 11, 10, 45,
11, yeah,
11,
11:15
11,
Eastern Standard
15.
Eastern Standard
Yes.
Time.
Yes. And you need to just go ahead over there and like, subscribe her page and just
Mhm.
tune in every week to her channel. We have fun over there. I've been missing in action because I've been going live right when you're live. And I'm like, okay, I gotta fix that.
No
But
problem. You
but
know what, though? It's one of those things where, and just so you know, Francesca, we're about to finish up in the next 5 minutes because an hour
Mhm.
and 15 minutes is our limit. And so thank you for being here. You've seen all that you need to see. I will say that. You pretty much seen the whole show, so you're good. You saw the recipe. But you know, the thing about this particular
Hey cuz.
hey Janice, how you doing? Janice, we made candy bars. I'm about to get the sous chef to bring
And
them.
she loves sweet. She should have been here from the beginning. You're good. She'll see them once you take them out the fridge cuz you're going to love it.
Yeah, yeah, we made our own chocolate sauce with this cacao powder, which is what we're talking about here, you know. And of course, Sandra Living a Full Life is talking about mullein because I was showing that that is in one of the items in our Amazon store. So I was just kind of showing, like, you know, when you go to the kits on our Amazon page, like if you just Google Superfood Parents Amazon, then that kit will come up. So that way, or that page will come up. So that way, once you're there, you scroll down and you'll see mullein right there under cough and cold solutions kit.
Mhm.
And then that's why Sandra's saying she needs that mullein, right? She's been
Mhm.
fighting pneumonia for about 3 weeks, getting better,
Mm.
but going out tomorrow to get that mullein tea. Yes.
Yes. Awesome.
Yeah. And so, you know, the whole point though is that all of these foods help us. But another thing is your body wants to heal. Remember those breathing exercises that we did last time? And
Yes.
and Nikki said, yeah, those are the same exercises that you're saying that will heal your lungs and will expand them and open them and allow them to heal. Nikki said those are the same ones for swimming to help you hold your breath longer. And you said it's the same breathing exercise to help you sing and hold
Saying
those notes. And
notes longer. Yes.
so, you know, your body wants to heal and your
Yes.
body is smart enough to use one thing in multiple ways so that you ain't got to do so much work. You know, your body knows how to work smarter, not harder.
Yes. 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 Awesome. Oh, this is so good. This is so good. Albert
Yeah. And
Miranda, thank you for being here.
good to see you, Albert. Thank you for being here. I just want to finish up with this cacao because y'all know this is
Mhm.
how we make the chocolate sauce. Now, it
Yes.
says it may lower your risk of heart attack and stroke. And I might have told this story before on this channel, but my nephew was 29 when he had a major heart attack. And then he spent his 30th birthday the next year um, with a major stroke where he was intubated, unconscious, and everything. And to this day, he can walk, but he does not speak. Like the side of his brain that it affected, his speech is we can't understand what he's saying. And it's weird because when we play music, he sings the words, but
Mm.
he, you know, and this is a young man, 30 years old, children and everything. And so, you know, this type of food though, now remember though, they used to tell us that nerves did not grow back, but
Yes.
they do. It takes some of them longer than others. And
Mhm.
so this is why people can learn to speak again. And you see here, this cacao powder that we use in the chocolate sauce, it has polyphenols that can improve blood flow to your brain and brain function. So if you're trying to regrow stuff and help yourself gain some things back, look, it even helps you with your mood, symptoms of depression. Get
Mhm.
some cacao powder, y'all, from anywhere, whether you get it from my Amazon store, your Walmart, your health food store. I always go
Oh, even
organic.
type 2 diabetes.
Yeah, yeah. It may improve symptoms of type diabetes. Now it's probably the fiber in it, but I'm going to go down here to the summary. It says cocoa and dark chocolate may reduce your risk of diabetes and maintain healthy blood sugars. Let's go here to the let's see why it said, oh, Test tube studies indicate that cocoa flavanols can slow down carbohydrate digestion and absorption in the gut, improve your insulin secretion. So what they're saying is when it slows down that carbohydrate digestion, it's basically releasing the insulin, helping your body to release insulin, and is releasing those carbs at a steady rate instead of dumping it, so that the insulin can be
Mm.
released at a better rate and it can have time to absorb and get into
It's
the
a
cells.
time release, kind of like a time release.
Absolutely. That's the best way to
Mm.
put it in simple terms.
Mm.
Absolutely. Yes. So
Mm.
that's what I'm saying. Like most of the things that we eat, just Google that word and health benefits, because you want the foods that are going to do the main, like the most for you, more than
Mhm.
one thing at a time. Look, this can help you with your weight control in surprising ways. They say people lost belly fat. It might have cancer protective properties, and that's because of the antioxidants.
Mm.
Antioxidants are what's going to help you with that. Um, Theobromine and theophylline contents can help people with asthma. So who knew cacao powder helping you
Wow.
with asthma? Because it's that inflammatory system that it's helping. It says theobromine is similar to caffeine and may help with persistent coughing. Theophylline helps your lungs dilate. It helps your airways relax and it decreases inflammation. And I'm just reading directly from here. And like
Mhm.
I said, this is information that doctors and registered dietitians and everybody have already studied. So, hey,
Mhm. Mhm.
they've got the answers for us. And finally, it's easy to include in your diet. And I think we've shown that tonight.
Yes. Yes, we have. As you made the chocolate. Absolutely. This was so good. You always
Yeah.
leave us with powerful information, you know?
You know, my kids, I had to buy this. This is expensive. I had to buy this little bag for $10 because the kids made some chocolate frosting and some chocolate cupcakes tonight, and they used up my other bag that there was like a little bit left, and I wanted to
Uh-huh.
be sure that I had enough, you know.
Yeah, yes.
And so you can it's affordable because that
Yes.
$8 bag usually lasts me 2 or 3 months, right?
Mhm.
So I have a sous chef bringing me
Where's the
this.
sous chef? Hi, sous chef.
So wait a minute, you want to come try it? Okay, you do. Say yes for the camera. You want to come try it? So, y'all, these candy bars are not hard yet, right? They are
Uh-huh.
not hard at all. I'm gonna probably have to spoon these out, and the way I made these, I think these will probably be better served. If you want to stop sharing, I'll give the big view,
Yeah,
I
and
guess.
then you can put them back in the freezer if you want. Once you
I
just
will.
yeah, but
Mhm.
that looks like a nice little Snicker. And I
It
know that
does.
you wanted to have more chocolate on the top, but I understand what you did is chocolate on the bottom, the nuts are in the middle, and the chocolate on
Mhm.
the top.
You can use my chocolate frosting.
No, I don't need the chocolate frosting. I just made this chocolate sauce, so it's
She s-
good.
she
So
said
this
she
is
said
something
wait, that's Coco.
that's Christiana. This is the one that goes
Christian
to Spain.
Christiana said you need some
Christiana.
of my chocolate frosting. That's
Remember
what
I
you
told
need.
how do you like it? Tell the
It's
truth.
good.
Tell the truth. Just be honest. It's thick. Is that why you're
It's
looking like
really
that?
thick.
It's really thick.
Because it got to get
Mm-mm.
hard. Once it gets hard, it'll be that it'll crunch.
Mm-mm. Let
Mm.
me tell you, it is thick because of the dates and it's sweet, right?
Mhm.
Doesn't need any sugar. Tell Coco to come try it too. This is like a decadent treat, is what I would call it. You know how when they give you those thicker puddings or whatever, they call it decadent.
Mhm.
Okay, when you got to chew a little longer.
Mhm.
So this is one of those things where I would recommend putting this into like a little whatchamacallit cup, um cupcake
Oh,
mold.
okay. Mhm. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Or like
Okay.
something small like that. And definitely eat it with a spoon or small bowls, like individual servings,
Yes.
and eat it like that because you're not supposed to eat these big bites. Like this is a big bite right here.
Yeah.
This right here, even on the tip, this is a tablespoon. On the front of this
Let me bring you
tablespoon,
closer. Let me bring you closer.
mhm.
There you go.
So even on the front of this tablespoon, this is a big bite. You would eat half of this at a time because, oh my goodness, Coco Bunny, come here. It's delicious. Let me just say that it is delicious, and
He said,
mm.
mm.
No, it's good. Those
Ah,
nuts. So this is also the reason why.
Look who's in the house.
Hey, David Hunt. Y'all know I'm gonna be begging him to sing Christmas music tomorrow.
Hey, David, how are you? Thanks for stopping by,
Give me
David.
an honest opinion.
We meet David 6 a.m. We're
Oh,
there
wait,
at 6 a.m. on
you gotta
Monday,
get something.
Wednesdays, and Fridays on the David Hunt channel in the YouTube
Middle
streets.
So for her, I gave her
Mhm.
more chocolate than the center. Now she got more of the filling because remember, look, y'all
Look,
see
she
that
did
thumb?
thumbs up.
Mm-hmm. So this here, David, we made this. David, this is something that you could make. We put it in a bowl, I mean, in a mold. But the other thing you can do is you can literally take this. Now, this is another way to eat this. This is, nuts, sun butter, and dates, and you just would roll it
Mm,
and
yeah.
dip it in the chocolate. And I
Mhm.
think that might make even a nicer treat because then people and put a toothpick
Yeah.
in it. Put a toothpick
Yes.
in it because then people will feel like, oh, okay, I
Like a
am this.
little a bite size.
Yes. Bunny, come try this. Okay, we're saying good night, y'all. We're done. The show is over.
I'm telling you, you
And I
can't
don't like
share. We want some.
and I don't like to eat on camera because I tell y'all, then my makeup comes off and y'all will be like, is that David Hunt? Is that Laquita? Who was on the show? We don't want them talking.
It's the okra girl.
I should have put some okra in this candy bar.
No, David wouldn't have showed up if you would have put some okra in. David don't do okra.
Right.
He's saying, "Ooh, chocolate."
And we made this chocolate sauce, David. Okay, Bunny, open your mouth. And then give us your honest opinion. Chew it first. You're like, don't want you swallow it? Girl, you gonna choke. Okay. Y'all. Stop looking at this because she's looking at this like, mommy, those are ugly. Y'all, you don't have to see her laugh. I'm telling you, this is the one. This is the one I was talking about, y'all, that can play all the theme songs and everything. That's Miss Sheila. She's I'm on her show. Oh, this is the chocolate sauce. This is the filling.
Hi, I see
Wait,
you.
how is it?
Hey.
Wait, tell us how is it?
But it's good. It's really thick or something. But it's like chocolate. I don't know difference.
Does it taste candy barish?
Yeah, it's just too thick.
Okay, see, she said it's too thick for a candy bar. Y'all know why? Because when you eat a candy bar, yep, so this is gonna keep you from, how you eat a Snickers, they know how to balance it. So it's thick,
See
but
you
it's not
later,
too
Sandra.
thick.
Living a full life. Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye,
All right,
sweetie.
thank you, baby. Go put that in the refrigerator. So when you buy a candy bar, they make it so it's thick, but not too thick, so that you can keep eating more and more.
Right.
When you make it yourself, you're going to be like, I'm satisfied. You're going to get that satiation. So I don't know how we can end this show because we are done, y'all. We did
We
what
are
we came to
done.
do.
I know it was awesome. We so much information. I hope you guys. Do I have to put up the hit the like? Yeah, I think I better do it, Laquita. I think I better do it. I think. You heard that bell. So we thank you once again for being here at the Bravo with Sheila Network and Laquita, the superfood parents. We have had another great time with you, and we're putting up a couple of more comments that people just came in. Little Rubies and Daycare Countess is in the house.
She just guaranteed that I'm Nigerian because she's Nigerian. Kate Business Talk was Nigerian, so I'm Nigerian. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
saying excellent show.
Thank you so much, Nikki. Little Ruby's Daycare can make this for her daycare children. This would be so fun for them to make because, again, they can roll these. They can practice rolling these into balls. Once she makes the batter, and then they can just drizzle chocolate over the top. But
look at you having a good old time. Like it is. You hit it out the park, girl. You hit it out the ballpark. Because, oh my goodness.
With or without the chocolate, a cup of dates, take the pit out, a cup of nuts or just seeds, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, and a cup of nut butter. That's all you need.
That's
And
all
it's
you need.
beautiful. And the chocolate is just there for extra. And of course, this is very thick, so you don't eat a lot of it, and it keeps you from overeating, but it keeps you satisfied. So, y'all, this is something to be grateful for all 365 days of the week. Don't wait till Thanksgiving on this one.
Yeah, we had a great time being grateful. Thank you all for putting your comments in the chat about what you're grateful for and grateful about: family, traveling, new job, health, wealth, mindset. You know, it's just been so awesome. You know, we're grateful for Chef Laquita sharing her recipe. You know, I know some of you are like, I don't know how to do it. Well, it was so simple what she did. And she always has all her recipes where?
Superfoodparents.com is one of the places, because I'm getting my website redone. The launch is almost ready. It's beautiful. Like, there are so many good things happening with Superfood Parents. So superfoodparents.com, though, yes, there's a recipe page that's going to be dedicated just to the recipes. And of course, I use Canva and all the technology to curate my recipes. That has made it easier as well. But yes, I have a lot of video recipes there.
Awesome. And you know that Superfood Parents is in the YouTube streets on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays at 11:15 a.m. Come Eastern. And hang out. She plays games. We talk. We laugh. It's an incredible time just hanging out. So thank you so much. And next time I want to put everybody's link up, because I know we did it last time, but I really like when you're here for us to be able to support each other and but I know that my dear sweet Anae, my moderator, is driving right now. So she wasn't able to like participate fully. She's listening, but she's not able to drive and put these those links up. She better not. No, she better not. So we're gonna see you next month. You're gonna see Laquita on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, but you're gonna see her back here. She is our own chef, our own nutritionist in the Bravo network here. And we thank you so much. So we want to say good night to all of you up in the bleachers, in the front row, wherever you are, right? We want to say thank you so much for being here. And we will see you again as we rock out of here. And it was so much fun.
Thank you, everyone.
Clap it out.
Thank you all.